the dark, cold void, stretching a Vanderian age. Sing of the lights that crown the black between all mortal shores of silver fleets and drifting suns, and all forgotten wars. Sing of the names now polished smooth by triumph, wealth, and time, where ancient engines still endure, though none recall their prime. Like reflections in a dream, worlds below us turn in silence while our orbitals ignite, and the lesser realms gaze upward at the splendor of our light. There were ages once before us, or so the archivists proclaim, buried deep beneath the records, few remaining voices name. Yet the ports still swell with commerce, and the great machines still run, as if empire were eternal, fixed forever to their sun. Soon, perhaps beyond our sight, there may come a day when the kindred recall what first carried us this far, far beyond the void's embrace, past the fires that shaped our stars. Soon, perhaps beyond our sight, Roadine will know. The void itself feels smaller now beneath our measured hand, mapped by countless dynasties and tethered world by world to land. Still beyond the furthest beacons, where the oldest pathways bend, there are whispers in the static none have fully traced nor penned. Ancient frequencies like echoes, drifting cold from farther stars, have erased celestial hymns that slipped forgotten through the wars. And the silence almost beckons when the outer engines sleep, like some buried thing still dreaming in the endless dark and deep. Soon, perhaps beyond our sight, there may come a day when the kindred recall what first carried us this far, far beyond the void's embrace, is crowned in radiant gold, for the stars themselves grow ancient long before their tales are told. Let the scholars chase their records through the dust of vanished years, while the great machines continue far beyond our lesser fears. Soon, perhaps beyond our sight, there may come a day when the kindred recall what first carried us this far, far beyond the void's embrace, past the fires that shaped our stars. Soon, perhaps beyond thousands, like winter given